Hey guys, I'm back. I know that I was gone for a while, but I promise you I had a really good reason for it. I got my master's degree. Yes, it took so much time and so much energy, but it is done. I am now a Master of Human Resources Management. Imagine that fun. But because that took all my time, I really didn't get to scrapbook so much because the time I did have, I wanted to spend time with my family. So, what I ended up doing was taking some time to kind of get back in the scrappy groove. I did a whole bunch of pages before I started filming again. And once it was time to film, I decided I wanted to finally scrapbook these pictures of my daughter going to her first day of pre K. Now, she's in her second year of college now. So, for anybody who's thinking, oh my God, I'm so far behind, yes, we are all so far behind in scrapbooking. It is never, ever a caught up hobby, ever. But that's okay. I really actually sometimes am happy that I didn't get all of these pictures scrapped earlier in life because now that I get to look at the pictures, it kind of brings me back to when they were just little and wanted me to be around. Instead of now where they come in and say, "Hi, Mom, I'm leaving." Yep, that's what they do. So I decided to do a 6 by 12 page because I found actually that these 12 by 12s are starting to get a little overwhelming. There's just so much space. What do you do with them? And I find that the 6 by 12 is actually easier for me just getting back into the groove. I found my doilies and I am trying to use them more. So you'll see them in a few videos that are coming up. More and more and more and more doilies. I need to get them off of my desk. I've had them since, oh, I don't know. I've had them for at least 7 years. So I know that we all have stuff on our desk too that we've had for way too long. So I challenge you to pick something that you've had for a really long time, that you have a few of, and start using it. Use it, use it up, get rid of it, use some of that stash because we have to make room for all the new wonderful products. So we might as well use the ones we already have to make room. So I did do a couple in black and white and one in color. The reason I did the black and white was because the other colors were very not complimentary, let's put it this way. Plus, the pictures were actually taken with a real point and shoot camera, like the disposable kind that you used to buy and then drop the whole camera off to get developed. So the quality wasn't really that great. What I did was I took those photos though and I scanned them in before. I didn't just like put them on the page. I scanned them and then I reprinted them. That way I have the originals tucked away in a really nice box. I have no idea where the negatives are. So I don't know. Can you even print pictures from negatives anymore? I don't even know. But if you can't, I don't even have the negatives. And if you can, I don't have the negatives. So I need to keep those pictures. But the last picture, the colors were okay and the focus was okay. So I just kept it in color. But for some pictures that aren't like the best quality, I find that black and white actually works. It's a little more forgiving. So that is why I chose to do that. Excuse me. So I do know that trying to use more than one photo on a page, I see a lot of places people are asking, why is it everybody's only doing one photo on a page? Why can't I need multiple photos? So I used 3 photos on a 6 by 12. The photos were printed at 3 by 4, 4 by 3, whichever way that works. And I find that smaller size is actually, even on a 12 by 12 page, I'm kind of enjoying the 4 by 3s over the full 4 by 6 photos. They just seem more manageable to me, and you can see everything on them, so why not? I am in love with my fine line bottle. I finally, I guess I had left the little cap off and it had gotten, the glue got really solid in there, and I was trying to use it before and it just wasn't working out so well, so I got a new cap and now it works fine. That little container that you saw me pull out, That is a bunch of stuff that I had for my stash. I put it in there, put it on my desk, and I gave myself a month to use it. Use it or lose it. So if in a month it hasn't been used, it's time to, well, I'm not going to say I'm going to throw all of it away, but it's really, really time to start looking at uh, what I think I'm going to use and what after a month I couldn't use even though I looked at it. So maybe it's time to go. And I think that we all should do that with our stashes. Just pick some stuff, put it in a container. If you don't use it within a certain amount of time, you're not going to. It's right there in front of your view. You see it all the time. And if it doesn't give you something to do, or if you don't get to use it some kind of way in a month, you're probably not going to. So we can go ahead and get rid of it. I did use the number 4 because she was 4 years old. And I said, well, I have all these numbers, and how am I going to use it? Oh, yep, I'm going to use a number 4. I am also using just like a cut-apart sheet, I want to say, from a 6x6 pad. It says love, and, I'm never going to use that whole sheet just to back like that. I'm going to use the little pieces. So the colors matched, and that's what I used. I have all these other enamel dots, and I really am finding it hard to just throw the enamel dots away, even if I've had them for a few years, because you know what's going to happen. You're going to need an enamel dot. And when you need one, you are going to use it. No, I just heard my 20-year-old go back into her room, doors closing. And her room is right above my office, so I can hear her stomping around. If you can, sorry. So anyway, back to the enamel dots. Yes. So you're going to use them, or you're going to want to use them. So things like that I don't think I would ever suggest getting rid of. I did use just one right there, just to kind of, on the love, just to kind of make it, I guess, stick out a little bit, and just to use it. I really do like how these little puffy hearts, I really like those, and the colors kind of go with the butterfly and the bloom, because, she was blooming. She was starting school. It was so sweet, and I was really excited for that. And so was she. She was so excited, and I was so worried that she was going to get lost getting off of her daycare bus and going back to her daycare bus. So I let her take the bus, and then I followed the bus, and I watched her get off of it, and then I took pictures, and then I did the same thing when school was out. I went back, and I kind of hid and just made sure that she made it to the bus, and she did. She did it all on her own, and I was so excited and very relieved. And then I followed the bus back to the daycare, and she jumped off and said, "Mommy, I got on the bus." I'm like, I know, I'm so happy, because at the time I was in the Army, and so I couldn't be there every day to bring her and get her, and so I was just really, really concerned. But she's always been my big girl that can do all of that stuff. So I think I am about done. Sorry, my camera did not autofocus like it's supposed to. But anyway, there it is, the final page. I'm so excited to be back, y'all. Bye.